Let's have some fun.
Let's do it, my brother.
Hey, welcome to episode 1 of Audible, a sports podcast where sports meets life and culture. I am one half of the dynamic duo that is Bobby G and my brother from another mother, Wildcard Mar. How you doing, bro?
My brother, I am excited. I know you are excited. It's episode 1, Audible Sports Podcast. Man, I hope y'all are I'm jacked up. I'm juiced up. I'm like, I don't even know where to put all my emotions right now. Like, for real, bro. Because, me and Bobby been brainstorming on this for a minute. And I just love the organic relationship that we built and how this has come together and it's here. So I'm
Yeah.
excited, brother. I can't lie, bro.
Yep. And I'll let you know something you probably didn't know. You're more responsible for this than you probably know. Like, this is kind of the birth child of our Thursday night recaps and just how we kind of, freely spoke. Obviously, we recapped the game and we gave everybody the stats and the play by play and according to us, but it was more just uh, my love of the free flowing conversation and how things went after that.
Hmm.
It was like that. That's really the kind of content I want to deliver. I think that's the kind of content people are more responsive to. And I mean, I enjoy talking about things deep in the sports. I know you enjoy talking about things deep in the sports. So why not
Facts.
just go ahead, take it there, call that audible, and make that change. Before we get into it, I want to let people know ain't no inside secrets, man. Everything you see is on purpose.
Hmm.
From the sound waves you see on in the logo to the orange U. The orange U represents you, because only you can initiate change. Hashtag initiate change. Make your voice heard. Be audible. It also, obviously comes from the football term called an audible change in plays. You can make it audible in your life, change things up. That's what we all about. We switched it up, obviously, from Thursdays to Fridays. That's one audible we made.
Yes, sir. Hey, man. Hey, we're not gonna downplay how dope of a wordsmith my man Bobby G is. Did y'all just hear what this man just said? That man got bars. Come on.
But before we get into the full effect of the show, obviously it's the first episode. Some people may be tuning in for the first time. So shout out to y'all. Thank you. Hit the like button, before you decide to call it a night. Go ahead, let the people know a little bit about yourself, Mar.
Man, appreciate it, man. Hey, man, KC Wildcard in the building. That's where you can find me on the Twitter. Again, KC Wildcard Mar. And I'm doing a lot of podcasts, obviously, right here with my man Bobby G. But you can catch me. I got my own stuff going on with Detroit Mail, Big Homie Nick Shine, Jersey Boy MJ at ILW Sports Network. You can catch me over there. And I'm also doing a lot of content for my fellas over there at 613 Freight Productions. In the Four Corners of Wrestling, D-Man K Sports Podcast. So I'm a busy man, but I love collaborating with people who have the same mindset as me, grinding, trying to put great content out here, whether it's sports or social, change type of content that's what I do, man. So I love collaborating. And hey, we here. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. Love my city. I just moved back here
Hey,
last summer. So yeah, I'm back in the city. Family here. I brought my family with me, my loving wife and my 3 kids. So, man, that's all I do, man. I'm about family, friends, and podcaster, man. So those are
hey.
those are the majority of the things that I'm doing with my life, man, is spending time with my family and my friends, and trying to create this great content. And what we're going to do here at Audible Sports is, man, we definitely are going to create our own narrative. We are not letting nobody take control of what we got to say and how we're going to deliver it. So that's the point.
Definitely.
That's kind of another main point of how me and Bobby G got to this going right here is, we are very two outspoken, very proud black men, and we gonna say what we got to say. And you ain't gotta agree with it, but
Hey,
you definitely gonna hear what we got to say for sure.
that's right. Be heard. Great. See, even now, another man just moved back to Kansas. So you should have moved out here to Vegas, man. That's where
Man,
that's what you did.
see now,
Man,
if you
we get you out here.
now if you called me 8 years ago, kid free and wife free, I had no problem coming out there. But I'm trying to stay, in my house. If I go to
Hey,
Vegas,
I
hey,
respect it. I
hey,
respect it.
hey, I know me.
Right on with that, man. Yeah, you guys know me from Game Time 216. I am Bobby G, born and raised Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland to the fullest. Spent 8 years in our great Air Force, doing that. Well, I've been around the world. Actually, I ain't go around the world. They sent me to janky Cheyenne, Wyoming, of all
Ooh,
places. 4 years there, but they did send me to Germany. Had a lot of fun there. Came back, did a little hip hop for a while, but got too old for that. And finally decided what I wanted to do when I grew up, when I turned. Well, we ain't gonna say how old I turned. Let's just say I finally figured out what I wanted to do when I grew up.
go ahead, tell
Uh,
Bobby stuff. Let him pick it up. Come on.
you know, hopped into this podcasting space with a great friend of mine who's no longer with us. Rest in peace, my guy Shaka started me on this journey. I continued. I met a bunch of great people since there, including the aforementioned Casey Marr, Wildcard Marr, excuse me, from KC.
Yeah,
And we decided
it's
to
all good.
go on this now journey together. And hey, just looking to deliver great content, give you people what you want, what you need, what you ask for, and a little bit of what you didn't ask for. And like I said,
Mm,
you might not like everything you heard, like the man said, but again, that's what all this is about: being heard. Hashtag be heard. Go ahead, put that out there. Um, you may not like everything you hear, you don't have it, and that's okay. That's what we got to
mm,
learn the business side. It's okay to not like what you hear, not agree with everything you hear. If we all thought the same, the world would be pretty boring. It's about disagreeing, but it's about civilizedly agreeing, exchanging thoughts and ideas, creating dialogue. That's how true change is made. Hashtag initiate change. Uh, but with that being said, man, let's get into the people what the people came to hear, man. It's and it's funny that you say too proud black man because this first topic, boy.
ooh,
It's been a long time,
ooh.
and I can't even call it a black and white thing anymore because. But what I will say, Cincinnati Bengals offensive coordinator Brian Callahan got a new job. He's the head coach of the
Mm,
Tennessee Titans. Uh, Great. I'm happy for the man. I'm happy for the Titans. They find their guy. I hope they do well, except when they play the Browns. What
mm,
disappoints me about the situation is he got the job, and most people who know the Bengals know that their primary play caller is Zach Taylor, head coach.
yep.
Now, with that being said, there's a gentleman who's been waiting to be a head coach for about umpteen years now, and the main
Mm.
reason they said he couldn't be a head coach was because he didn't call his own plays.
Well, ain't that something?
Yeah, I'm speaking about Eric Bieniemy, formerly
Mm,
of the Washington Commanders. I say formerly because he took a job in Washington to prove that he couldn't do or that he could do what people gave him crap for not doing.
mm-hmm.
Lost that job and still can't get a head job. But Brian Callahan seems to be no problem for him that he didn't call plays. Man, what's make it make sense, more?
Man, if I can make literally, if I can make sense of this situation, man, I can, probably cure all of the world hunger. I could probably, make all types of rockets. I could probably, cure the world of AIDS. I can probably, literally, I can do a lot of things that can make this world a better place. I can't make sense of it, Bobby G. I mean, uh, and here's the thing, man. I love Eric Bieniemy. Obviously, you see the hat. I'm a Chiefs fan. He was
Mm-hmm.
part of the success that the Chiefs have had in the last 5, 6 years, and love what he, contribute to the organization. And at some point, he has to grow. So he has to leave
Right.
to even get, bigger than just an
Exactly.
offensive coordinator or running backs coach or whatever, titles that he had under, Andy Reid in the Chiefs organization. He has to get out of there to, get bigger. And the only way that happens is, get out, show that you can do it, because you set it on the head. They were always knocking him, saying, "Oh, he doesn't call plays, doesn't call
Right.
plays." You give the example of Callahan going from Cincinnati to Tennessee, didn't call plays. Guess what? He was in Kansas City. Matt Nagy didn't call plays. He goes to Chicago. Doug
Wow.
Peterson wasn't calling plays under Andy Reid. He goes to Philly. So
Job.
he was under an organization where, the non-melanated people did the same exact thing he did, and they get jobs, and they weren't calling plays. They did the same thing he did, as in help with the install, help develop offense.
Right.
The difference is he was helping on winning championships. So if
Exactly. Man got 2 rings.
so if anything, that should have elevated him to the top of the line to go get a head coaching job. And I can't make sense of it. I hate when the quote unquote reporters say, "Oh, well, he doesn't interview well." Well, what the hell does that mean?
Right.
What does that mean? So, fact of the matter is you can't move the goalpost and say he doesn't do this, and the same people that are getting hired have literally done the same thing he has done, but they haven't even won on the same level that he has. You make that
Exactly.
make sense? Hey, bro, I really can't make sense of it.
Right.
At this point, it's almost like beating a dead horse, because now all the jobs are drying up. The
Right.
commander's job, where he was just at, I don't know what you're waiting on. You got rid of
Right.
Ron Rivera. It made
Which was
sense
supposed to be the
because
hand me down, right? That
yeah,
was supposed to be the hand me down. Oh, he's taking this job because, and everybody said it before the season. Oh, when Ron Rivera mess up, Eric Bieniemy slide right in. What happened?
hey man, I don't know. It must have dried up real quick, because he ain't sliding into nothing in DC right now. I don't know. He interviewed. They said he interviewed,
Yeah,
and but we haven't heard nothing. Eh,
exactly.
He's in the building. If you want him as a coach, you should have. To me, you should have made that decision a long time ago. I don't know what you're waiting
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
So
And I'm gonna put a question. You might have more insight than this than the average person being a Chiefs fan. Um, I'm. Is it something that need to be done with the Rooney Rule, or what is it about Eric Bieniemy as this person? I mean, he was on your team staff.
mhm.
So you get the inside track. You might have seen him around town, or you hear things, or like what is it about his personality? What is it about anything outside of the building? Like what is it that may personally turn people off from bringing this man in as the head coach?
Me, quite honestly, to answer that question, I think it's just a clash of personalities.
Hmm.
And Eric Bieniemy he's old school. He's old school.
Okay.
He's a no nonsense, no excuse type of guy. If there's an issue, hey, we could talk it out amongst men, you know, man,
Right.
man to man. Let's
Right.
talk out an issue, because we saw the things that was going on in Washington when he first got there. He was rubbing people the wrong way because he's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but he was like that in Kansas City. And here's a crazy thing: a lot of people don't understand that Andy Reid runs a very tough training camp. He pushes
Right.
these guys to a limit, because he wants to see how mentally strong you are. And that's why
Right.
him and Eric Bieniemy work together. Now Eric Bieniemy, if you ask Shady McCoy cut on the dime, he'll whine and cry about Eric Bieniemy. But the fact of the matter is Eric Bieniemy is a guy that's going to hold people accountable, uh, and not only ask that of his players, he's going to ask that of himself.
Okay.
He's going to ask that of who's under him. If he has an assistant, if he's coaching, that's just the type of personality and the guy that he is. And
Okay.
we know that. And we also know that sometimes when you have that personality and you have that certain skin tone, it rubs a lot of people the wrong way.
Right.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it got to keep it funky. That's going to rub some people the wrong way, and it is what it is. He's not a yes
Absolutely.
man. He's not a yes man.
Right.
So if that's what you're looking for, then I can understand to a certain degree why he's not getting employed, because they don't want to feel like I got to be in a situation where it's competitive, and I don't think that's always the case. He just
Yeah.
wants excellence,
Yeah.
and getting excellence requires certain mentality. It
Mm-hmm.
requires certain behavior. It requires to be a champion. You got to do more than average. You got to
Yeah.
sacrifice more than average. You got to put in more work than average.
Absolutely.
And hey, not everybody can meet that standard. And I think that's probably kind of why he's kind of not a head coach. But my thing is to me, that's all the qualities you should want in a head coach.
Yeah. Sounds like it. Now, and there's a reason why I said in the beginning, like it's difficult to call it a black and white thing because, uh, congratulations and shout outs. Raheem
Hmm.
Morris was just named
Yes.
head coach of the Atlanta Falcons when a lot of people thought Bill Belichick had that wrapped up.
Yeah,
The
I
Atlanta
did.
Falcons
I
surprised.
thought Belichick had it wrapped up.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, Atlanta Falcons surprised everybody by hiring Raheem Morris, who's up for now. This is his second opportunity to be the head
Hmm.
man. He got the opportunity one time, the first time in Tampa, didn't work out, but now it took him however many years it took him to get back up on the horse. So
It's
shout
been a
out,
minute.
congratulations to him, and that's
Yeah.
why it's difficult. Like you can't really call it a black or white thing. Even last year you had or not last year, but a few years ago, Robert Saleh, hired by the Jets.
Hmm.
DeMarco, obviously this year DeMarco, in New England, Jared Mayo. Like so there are African American coaches and minority coaches getting opportunities. So
Hmm.
that's why it boils down. Like, what specifically is it about Eric Bieniemy that's just rubbing teams the wrong way? Is it
Yeah.
the age? Like, I'm just not understanding what is going on and why he's not getting an opportunity.
Yeah. It's a shame. And even shout out to Antonio Pierce getting the Raiders job.
Absolutely,
You know,
forgot about him. Shout out to him.
yeah, yeah. Look, I still think there's still some ways to go in the NFL, and we're just talking NFL. So we ain't even touch NCAA. If we think it's bad in the NFL, it's way worse than
Oh
the
my
NCAA.
God!
So,
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
that's another conversation for another show of Audible to tackle that one. All right, that we ain't got time for that. Uh, but- but in the NFL, man, it's you still have I think you still got a lot of ways to go in terms of still with ownership,
Mm-hmm.
uh, executive roles, and it because I think it needs to go beyond just the coaching, because you know uh, uh, when you get people in those type of positions, that's when you can affect the change. Because look, let's just be honest, there's a little good old boys club in the NFL, and
Yeah, a
there's
little bit, little bit.
it's tight. So in order to break that up, that's when you got to start giving chances to minorities and as well as women. So
Absolutely.
we starting to see the ladies break through in the NFL. The referees, assistants. So I don't know if I don't know if we'll be alive to see a woman as a head coach, but
I
I
would
hope
love it.
I would love it. Because look, I don't think it matters on what you look like and your gender. If you know ball, man, you know ball.
Right.
You know, you
Absolutely.
know ball. So,
And I don't want to hear
um,
this nonsense about people playing the game. Like players, for how many years have taken direction from how many coaches that never played the game
oh,
on an elite level. So I don't want to hear
I
that
mean,
nonsense.
Bobby, remind me if I do indulge in a little marijuana, but just let me know if Belichick ever played football. I mean, just I I don't remember him making it to at least the college level. I can't recall on anybody. So just and he's quote unquote Don the best coach in NFL history. So
Yeah,
I mean, ball, ball.
absolutely. And we're glad you mentioned that with women. I remember once upon a time, and I know it was just a silly rumor, but oh man, it was the internet is undefeated. They
Always.
they they had Condoleezza Rice as a candidate for the Browns GM job.
I remember that. I remember that. Ain't she,
Let's
ain't she
get, let's
part?
get
Ain't she
Condoleezza
part owner?
Rice on the sidelines, man. Huh?
Ain't she part owner of the Broncos with the Walmart family or something like
I
that? I
believe she
swear.
is.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I believe she is.
yeah, man, well, that's
Great
wild.
segue, because that leads me back to the Commanders and their situation. Because as we know,
Mm,
who's a part of that ownership group?
Magic John.
Magic Johnson.
Yes,
Some
sir.
and you're damn near Eric Bieniemy's twin brother. So
Man, hey,
how you not
Magic,
gonna give a man a chance?
Magic. How the hell you down there, dog? I saw you doing a little kind of cranked out to the go-go. Well, why don't you dance your way and have Eric come with you and put him up in that head coaching position? Come on, Magic. Come on, come on. Stop playing, dog. Come on.
And I guess we'll start to close this section out with I got what steps, either what can be done to help Eric, because again, like we just ran off a slew of names of
Yeah,
head guys getting opportunities. So I guess what can be done to help? What more can be done to help Eric Bieniemy?
man. To be honest, my dog, obviously they got the Rooney Rule in place,
Mm-hmm.
and here's my thing with the Rooney Rule. I get the premise of it, but uh, it's almost like the football's version of affirmative action, if we're being quite honest.
Right.
Um, but at the same time, here's my thing is that um, maybe there needs to be harsher punishments for those who don't follow the Rooney Rule. That could be something that can be done. I'm not sure on how you do it, because at the end of the day, man, we know how these billionaires operate. When they want somebody, they're not worried about rules,
Right.
and they'll find a ways around it. So I don't even know how you fix it, man. I really don't. Off the top of my head, I'm just thinking maybe harsher punishments for those who, blatantly disregard it. But I mean, let's be honest, we're not too far removed from Brian Flores suing the NFL about this crap. So it's it's a crazy situation that the NFL is dealing with year in and year out, and how you attack it. So I
Mm-hmm.
honestly don't even know the honest answer, my brother.
Hopefully they do something about it quick, fast, and in a hurry. Because I would love to see this man get his opportunity. Honestly, I just want to see what he does. And matter of fact,
Okay.
I hope when he does get the job, I hope he runs off like 10 straight Super Bowls.
Oh, hey, rack them up. EB, rack them up. Rack them Super Bowls up, dog.
Just keep him coming. Just keep rolling, man. Let that man hit the
Yeah.
ground running and don't stop. Just become the greatest coach to ever get. And matter of fact, I'm gonna put out there. I hope he gets hired by like the freaking who's terrible out there now. Not the Browns. Don't. That's too good of a match made in heaven for him to be coaching
Yeah.
the Browns. Let him be the coach of like at the Texans. They just whooped our ass, so he can't go down there and be the coach.
Well, hey, here it is.
He's
If
gonna coach the
Washington,
Seahawks.
that's what I was about to say. If Washington keeps messing around, let him go to the Seahawks and see what happens. So, hell, and not too bad of a roster they got up. See what my
All
man can
right.
do, man.
Absolutely. These technical difficulties, man, making me mad. Got to be adjusting my camera and stuff. But hey, sometimes got to call that audible, like we
Hey,
say.
audible, audible. Hey.
you know. All right. Next up, while we're gonna stay on the NFL's head. I enjoy watching games. I know everybody enjoys watching games. I enjoy. I am a fanatic. I know you're a fanatic. I know there's lots of people out there who are fanatics. Like I'm talking pregame, the pregame.
Hmm.
I'm switching networks to see each individual person talking. I'm watching the guys warm up before the game. I'm watching the coaches talk going into halftime. I'm watching the post game, and we're gonna focus right there. That post game. Uh, the Houston Texans beat the dog. They beat my Cleveland Browns. We're just gonna leave it right there.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud, favorite for Rookie of the Year, should win Rookie of the Year. Had a great game. Uh, they're speaking to him coming off the field, and like many athletes, actors, actresses,
Mhm.
anybody who wins an award, basically,
Yeah.
Usually, first thing out of their mouth, I'd like to thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Um, CJ Strouds is no different. He put a little bit of extra on it. He said, "I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ." He gave it the whole, the whole run.
Yeah.
But hey,
He
it
went
is
straight
what it is. Yeah,
Baptist.
exactly. It is what it is. The boy was raised right.
Yeah.
um, NBC kind of cut that off.
Mm.
Like, like, like what? Why? I know. I remember once upon a time when I was a youngin, I was going to school. The first thing we used to do when we got to school, we would say the Pledge of Allegiance before our day started.
Mm-hmm.
The That got taken out because of the one nation under
Under God.
God. No, we need to separate church and state. We just need everybody saying that. But that was eons ago.
Mm-hmm.
This is like years later. We still under that. Like what is it with NBC, man? What's going
Yeah.
on?
Yeah, NBC. Yeah, that was a little funky, dog. Because and here's what's mind-boggling because you hit it on the head. I mean, they got shows and award shows that go on their network and all the time, and there's people always thanking God. Wait. My thing
Mm-hmm.
is if that's his choice to say that, why are we censoring that? Why?
Right.
Um, if I remember correctly, I don't think they took that out the constitutional rights for all citizens in America is to have that freedom of
No,
speech.
did not.
So I look. I was raised in the church. Do I participate in the church as I used to? No, but
No,
that's just
I,
that,
I
that's my
yes.
prerogative. You know what I'm saying? That's my prerogative.
Yeah. Yeah.
And whose ever prerogative it is to give you thanks to their Lord and Savior, that's their prerogative. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and I'll be quite honest. If CJ Stroud happened to be Muslim and he gave
Mm.
all praises to Allah, I wouldn't have had no issue
Oh
with it.
no, but I tell you what, if they would have edited that,
Oh,
it would have been a problem.
what? You talking about open up a Pandora's
Would have
box?
been a problem.
Man. But that if that's the premises on what America was built upon was to be free of your
Mm-hmm.
own religion and thoughts and belief, then why are we censoring that? Like I I'm not a fan of NBC doing that. And you know what, CJ Stroud, I want you to keep doing what you're doing. Every time you win, every time you lose, and they put a mic in your hand, and if you feel like giving thanks and praise to your Lord and Savior, do it, brother. I ain't got no
Mm-hmm.
issue. And it's a shame that these networks backed by all these money are trying to censor people. It,
Right.
it, so what he said he's still gonna answer your question. He's still gonna talk
Mm-hmm.
football. You still gonna get what you're looking for. He's just taking. First of all, he plays a brutal sport,
Absolutely. Yeah. The
and
most
I'm
brutal.
pretty sure.
One of. I would say one of.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that he took that moment just to say thank you. Because first of all, thank you for keeping me injury free.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me have you use me as a vessel of the talents that you have given me. Eh,
Yeah. Because
What's
Miles
wrong?
Garrett could have played a little bit better and got at him a couple times.
What?
Matter of
What?
fact, Miles Garrett should have played better and got at him a couple times.
Hey man, we just gotta keep it funky, man. Like we can't keep censoring people, man. Hey, that was janky. I'm pretty sure. I
Yeah.
don't know how you feel about it, my brother, but I thought that was pretty janky.
Yeah, it's pretty whack. And the first thing I'm gonna point out is they had absolutely zero problem shoving the national anthem down our throat when the NFL when the government gave the NFL $20 million to make the national anthem a part of the pregame show in the first place to boost
Mm-hmm.
recruiting for the military. They had no
Mm-hmm.
problem doing that. I didn't see them censoring them jets flying over, censoring them
Mm-hmm.
100-yard flags on the field. I didn't see them censoring
Mm-hmm.
none of that. They didn't
Mm-hmm.
censor the salute our troops thing. And shout out
Mm-hmm.
to my brothers out there in uniform. But they didn't censor none of that.
Mm-hmm.
But again, just like our previous topic, I can't call it a black and white thing. You know why? Because they tried to do the same thing to Tim Tebow.
Mm.
The only difference is CJ can play.
Ooh.
He gon' be here.
Mm.
He
He
gonna
ain't gonna
win games.
win.
Right. Right. He ain't no flash in the pan. He gonna
Ooh.
be here. He gonna win games. He gonna have plenty of more speeches. You gonna censor him every time, or you just gonna talk to the next best player on the team? You gonna
Mm.
ignore him because you're gonna have to put the boy on camera. The
Ooh.
way he's playing, the way
Oh
he's
yeah.
playing, he's gonna get it. Matter of fact, he's about to win Rookie of the Year.
Yes, sir.
ESPN. You gonna censor him?
Mm. Come on, man.
First comment coming in. As you hold on, put this on the comment board. We're gonna toss that up there.
Is that our people's man cave? What's happening? What's happening?
We get this right, displaying how it should be.
Yeah, the man cave. It's a trash ass old white thing. They gotta be Mike. They gotta be Mike.
Yeah. Shout out, Big Mike. What's happening, bro?
What's happening with you, big dog? Yeah, man. That's hey, man. What? Here's the thing about it. Are they going? Well, you gonna sit there and try to Kaepernick everybody for thinking they Lord and Savior?
I'm saying, like, you can't stop everybody's voice. And I
Mm,
mean, that man is like I said, he gonna be here. He can play.
yeah.
This ain't TV. He ain't gonna be out of the league in 3 seasons.
Hey, we talking about a minimum of 12 years, dog.
Yeah,
Probably.
he gonna be slinging touchdowns all over the yard.
Mm. See, but the thing is
It's,
people been doing that in the NFL. Hey, pointing up to the,
yeah,
they been doing that. What's the come on, man? It's
yeah.
it's it's kind of janky NBC. Yeah.
And here's my other thing. Um, he would cussed out a fan. How many
Mm.
networks would that have been on? How many
Oh, boy.
times would we have seen that during the night? Oh, look what
I,
CJ Stroud did. Look at him. He's such a bad sport. Such a
mm-hmm.
poor representation of whatever. Like, anytime they mess up, it's prime time. Ain't no stop to the replays.
Mm.
Social media all day and night for weeks. But all that man said, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Mm.
Even before his mama. He didn't even
Ooh.
say thank hi mom. He didn't even get the hi mom out yet. He didn't get the hi mom out yet. They hit him up before that. The
Oh,
stars come
snap.
together to raise that middle finger. Hey, that's
Hey,
what I'm saying.
yeah, and that'll hit some headlines
Mm-hmm.
for sure. Yeah, they be ready to raise hell.
Yeah. But like I say, it all like when like we still how many I've seen. There's a whole documentary about the Malice in the Palace.
Bruh.
Still talking about that almost 20 years later.
They love negative shit, bro.
Yeah, Charles Barkley spitting on the fan still gets brought up. Hell,
They
we
love.
just had an incident the other day with the Cavs in the G League, and Monty Bates got into it with the fans, him and a teammate.
Mm,
Luca just had somebody kicked out of the game.
yeah,
That was all on Sports Center and every podcast, everybody talking about it. But you gonna
yeah.
censor this young man for being raised right?
Mm.
Come on, man.
Hey, hey, man, that was a good. Come on, man. Chris Carter be proud of that one, dog.
Shout out Chris. No, there's another one. Shout out Chris Carter.
Yeah, they
Towards the end of
censored him.
his career, he got shunned for the same thing. And
Yeah,
as a
they
matter of
censored.
fact, as a commentator, he got
Mm-hmm.
shunned for it. But
Sure
yeah,
did.
shout out to Mark, Chris Carter on that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and he was doing fantastic on FS1 too. I was
See what somebody said again. So what the hell is he supposed to say thank you to Crash Trash Guy? Yes. Yes, he
like,
was.
apparently. Thank you, government.
The mouth's crazy. That dude threw the drink. Point
Should
to
have
the guy
got.
next. God, yeah. He wanted. Come on, we know the answer to that. This dude, what, 5'8", $160. You got Ron Artest,
Hey,
6'9", 265.
hey, that was
Put
literally
it
the
in.
equivalent of starting a fire and running away from it, bro. That's literally what it was. Damn shame, man.
But
Do
yeah, I
better.
mean, if uh,
Do better. I said NBC need to do better. Do better.
absolutely, and especially since yeah, we're gonna go on NBC since you want to put games behind a paywall.
Mm.
Wasn't that the game? No, that wasn't the game. That wasn't the game. That was on regular NBC. But yeah, you want to put the latter game on the Peacock network.
On the
Basically
app.
made a free NFL game pay-per-view, but you want to
What?
censor people? Yeah, if you didn't have the Peacock app, you couldn't watch the game.
Nah, facts. Facts.
Yeah.
Luckily, I watch a lot of WWE content, and I was able to watch it. So. No, for real. That's the
Yeah.
reason why I got Peacock app. And you know, the missus, she watches some shows on there,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
reality
Law and
shows.
Order, Law and Order Thursday. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah, Chicago Wednesday. So, yeah. So I mean, but, yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't have it.
uh, same here. Same. Well, actually, I get it free because I got the Fire Stick. Get a lot of free stuff on Fire Stick.
Jailbreak that thing.
Man. It, exactly. Actually, I ain't even jailbreak. It's only 25 bucks a month. I get so much stuff. I
Mm,
get all the NBA, all the NFL, all the hockey, MLB, plus all the pay per views for free. MMA, WWE, everything. So
mm,
yeah, solid.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying, not just do better, be human, and stop worrying about money. That's what it is, man.
Ooh.
That's what it
Yeah.
is. Because I'll take this back to a debate. I remember way back. Let me say way back, a long time ago, when I think Stephen A. He was at ESPN. He was speaking on this when the All Star game first got moved to TNT.
Mm-hmm.
Previously it was shown on ABC network television, and he was saying what a good thing he thought it would be if make the game bigger, being on cable television and this that and third, more marketing dollars. And he said he was at a barbershop, he's getting his haircut, and he says, little kid walked in, and he said, um, everybody's picking up Stephen A's celeb, but the little kid asked him who he was, basically why everybody was so interested. He said, I'm Stephen A. I work on ESPN. He said he was surprised that the kid didn't know who he was. He
Mm-hmm.
said, my family can't afford cable. Like, we don't have cable. So I don't get to watch ESPN. Like I said, it was
Yeah.
at that moment where he had to be like, damn, like, and realize, yeah, there's still people out here struggling and
Yeah.
can't do things. So this is like to you guys' point, both Big Mike and yourself, like, if y'all gonna put all the stuff on a paywall and make people spend their hard earned money, give me the whole 9 yard, the whole shebang. Don't cut no mic on nobody.
Boy.
That makes me now wonder what else you cut the mic on.
Oh. Ooh. Okay. See,
Yeah.
see that. See, I'm trying to tell y'all that man Bobby GB. He better pay attention.
Facts. What else what else am I missing out on? What else I need to hear?
Hey
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
When you see people censor certain things, it makes you
Mm-hmm.
question what all they censor. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, man, if I lift up this rug, if I open up that closet, how many skeletons better fall at that time? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, makes you question, makes you wonder.
All right, shout out Big Mike. Appreciate you, bro. So that
Big
comes
Mike.
if you missed it, yeah, it got to go. Shows where it's at. Shall return to spread the word of Big Mike. Thanks, God. Thanks to God.
I love it.
Hey.
Gotta do the semi so I've been going to me. Yeah,
The Sosa.
I gotta hit over the Sosa. I'll do the been go to me.
Oh man. But yeah, it's, and I'm like, I'm hoping other networks don't follow suit with this. I hope that
Yeah.
everybody saw the mistake, saw it happen because it happened live, and it's like you can't. That man, NBC is like your kid when your kid does something stupid. To those out there who have kids and who have kids old enough to do something stupid,
Mm-hmm.
um, that's what NBC did. What? Why? Why would you do that knowing I'm gonna find out? I don't know.
Ain't got no explanation.
Yeah, no,
Just,
nah, I don't know.
hey, nobody else follow suit, please. Nobody
Right.
else.
CBS cut it out. ABC, I don't see ABC. I mean, Disney's too. Well, Disney got their own set of problems with Jonathan Majors to deal with, so I don't think they worried about editing no football players.
Ooh.
We need a new Kang,
Mm.
and it
Well,
sucks because he was that man. I liked him in that role. Jonathan Majors was killing in that role,
man,
but
that man was running from that white guy, dog. Like, I don't want no
man,
problem.
that man was on. He was in that joint like them Jamaican marathon runners. That
That
man
man,
ran halfway across New York City.
that man was trying to run away from the problems, and it still got. Damn.
He was running like Puffy
Oh,
searching for some cheesecake.
what? It is hard out here for me. It's all right, Jonathan, man. You'll find a way to bounce back. Hey, man. I'll let Tyler Perry. BT got you, dog.
Oh man.
Oh shit. Damn.
We got one more main subject. One more main subject to cover, but I'm gonna call it audible before we get to that. Uh, NBA news: All Star participants were announced. Well,
Mm.
the starters at least for the most
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
For the first time in his career since while he's been healthy, Steph Curry was not voted as a starter.
Mm.
To the surprise of many people. I don't know. What's your thoughts on that?
Hey, man. To be honest, man, I the All Star game has been so lackluster. I don't even care anymore, bro. I no,
That's
I'm
real.
being
That's
serious,
real.
man. It's I don't even care anymore. Like, and it sucks because what if this affects Steph Curry's money? Having not being an
Mm,
All Star starter. Now, in that aspect,
right.
that I'm pretty sure he might feel some type of way. But man, as a fan of basketball, I just think NBA has so many issues right now, and all they're doing is just compiling more minor crap like this on top of the other issues that they got in the NBA, and it's just like I, me personally, as a fan of basketball, I need y'all to actually get back to playing basketball first before I give a damn about any of this damn shit.
Right.
I
Absolutely.
yeah, man, it does suck. I'm pretty sure it sucks for Curry, but I mean, it's just like the NFL Pro Bowl or MLB All Star voting. It's sometimes it's a who you know or friend or popularity contest.
Right.
Hey, we know what Steph Curry is. He's still that dude.
Mm.
He'll still send you home packing uh, with an
Yeah,
L.
you will.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah, it doesn't diminish anything of his legacy. So if
No.
anybody talks like that, I think you're crazy as hell. But it's come on,
But it's
NBA.
like
Let's
you almost can't argue with the. I mean, the two guards who made it over him was Luca and SGA.
in SG. Oh, whew,
SGA is like leading in scoring,
SGA gonna
and
be.
Luca's Luca.
Oh, yeah,
Luca's
and
put down there triple dub. So
yeah. I mean, Luke is definitely putting up them stats this year. He'll be running with Embiid as MVP for sure.
mm,
Um, but yeah, man, it's when you got cats that are literally just piling numbers right now. I mean, it's easy to go for them. I mean, that's kind of like low hanging fruit in my opinion. I mean, and that's not taking
right.
away anything from SGA or Luca. Um,
Hmm.
I'm a big fan of SGA. I'm not so much a fan of Luca. I think he kind of plays.
That's surprising.
Well, it's that new wave of European ball where it's
Okay.
like, it's not necessarily the basketball that we grew up on, and
Right.
I just haven't always 100% embraced it yet, and that's
Okay.
just a me personal problem.
No, that's
Um,
fair.
it's just because I feel like the NBA is like purposely trying to push these European players, and
Hmm.
I, you know,
Oh, we
they're
need a rat cam.
No, 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 not yet. I don't know. I just feel like they, it's kind of even that ISO. Let me show you my skills type of basketball where it's not necessarily team play. And well, hey, like I said, people may not agree with me. That's just what I see when I see Luca play.
Right.
It's almost
Right.
like, let me get my stats and by any, run the offense through him. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I feel the same thing about Jokic. I mean, people are going to disagree with it. It's like when you are, especially with Jokic, he's a center.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I have to
Right.
run my offense, everything through you?
Mm.
Like literally, he's always leading the team in assists,
Yeah.
in rebounds, in points. I got a capable guard in Jamal Murray. I think he can get some assists and get the offense going. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? When I see things like that, it's like that makes me question: like, is this just to hype this guy up on a certain pedestal? Look, he can
Right.
pass, he can score, he can rebound, he can do it all. Let's give
Mm-hmm.
Jokic 2 MVPs in back-to-back years. Did he necessarily deserve it? I mean, my thing is put somebody in that same formula. Anthony Davis,
Okay.
for example, he, you know, trust me,
Still,
don't, yeah,
AKA street clothes.
yeah. You almost got me, you almost got me on the grab the mic moment right there. I almost did, but I was like, let's keep it moving. But imagine you put him in that same offense where you running everything through him. I think Anthony Davis is more than capable of being a leader in the pass and rebound and scoring categories
But he
too.
can't. LeBron's literally been trying to do that for 2 years. He's like, here, dude,
Here,
bro,
I'm
I'm
telling
50.
you,
I want
I'm
to know
pretty.
what it feels like to be the second best player on the team
That is
one
true.
time.
I will not disagree with you on that. Like LeBron is literally trying to give this man the keys to the kingdom, and
Yeah.
he refuses to take it. And as a Laker fan, it's so frustrating. So, but yeah, man, NBA is different, man. It just really is. But it's not just their fault. I just think it's even when you deep dive and look at how AAU is set up, it's almost set up
Okay.
in the same way. Where it's let me get my ISO game and not
Right.
necessarily, you know, and I think that's why certain teams still, like the Warriors and to the Celtics to a certain degree, where the ball movement,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
move the ball around,
Yeah.
because you never know who's going to really, go off. I mean, you
Yeah.
got your usual suspects, but there's times like, man, you never know who gonna go off. So especially
Yeah. You're
like
absolutely right.
Jalen Brown might cook one night, then it might be Tatum, and now that they got Porzingis, it might be him. Hell,
Mm-hmm.
Derek White been putting up 15, 16 points a night sometimes, and you like, oh wait, oh damn,
Yeah.
what you doing?
Like I say, yeah, quiet as kept. People don't realize it. Porzingis is averaging 20 points a game.
That's crazy, bro. And
But
and,
yeah,
and
you're 100% right, man. My Cavs is through. We lost two of our top three best players, and
yeah,
went on an 8 game win streak.
hmm
Just for the simple fact that they started passing the ball
yeah,
instead of relying on guys going through Garland, he wasn't there. Trying to go
hmm
through Mobley, who wasn't there. I
hmm
put Donovan Mitchell at point guard, and they actually started moving the ball,
yeah,
and he went on an 8 game win streak. Like yes, it's amazing what happens when you play a team sport like a team sport.
yeah. And look, I get it, Mark Cuban. You're a businessman. all these other owners are businessmen. When they got a prolific name like a Luka or a Jokic, you wanna showcase them. You want to put asses in seats because that's ticket
Right.
sales. I'm not mad at it. That's a business. It's just that the basketball that I love, the sport, is
Mm-hmm.
slowly not about the basketball. It's about the entertainment factor. It's about the showmanship.
Yep.
You know, is my arena filled? It's
Yeah.
I just feel like the NBA is getting towards that, and instead of just like give me the purity of basketball. And my thing is, if I want entertainment, that's why I watch WWE. So
I mean, you got Draymond in there for that. You
oh
know,
man,
he
he's gonna make a great.
Draymond.
He's gonna make a great hit when he retires, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. He'll be in the WWE. I can see
oh
it.
yeah,
He could be the next Rock.
he gonna put somebody in the chokehold so quick. I can't wait to see it, bro. I can't wait.
He'll bring back the punt kick. That's gonna be his finisher.
Randy Orton taught me the punk kick. Okay. He said out of nowhere, poof. That's wild.
Oh man, and I guess now is a good time to get. But actually, before we switch off, I can relate to everything because everything you feel about Luca is honestly how I feel about Trey Young.
Mm,
I feel like Trey Young is just down in Atlanta eating empty calories. Like he's just putting up numbers on a bad basketball team. I've never
mm,
felt like Trey Young could be the best player on the championship team. That
mm.
doesn't mean I don't believe Trey Young's a bad player. Uh, I just think he's equivalent to Kyrie Irving. He's a great show. I
Hmm.
would actually that's a lie. I wouldn't buy a ticket to see Trey. I'd buy a ticket to see Kyrie. I would not buy a ticket to see Trey Young. But the effectiveness of Trey Young's game is equivalent to Kyrie. Like it just doesn't lead to winning basketball. Like how
That's
is your
fair.
point guard averaging 30 points, 10 assists, and your team is losing? It
Yeah,
just doesn't make sense. Like and you're
yeah.
playing with another All Star and Dejounte Murray, who basically can do everything you don't. You're in the words of Stephen A. Smith, Trey Young is a miniature.
Mm-mm.
Dejounte Murray, he's 6'5", 6'5" guard. So we got the size. He can guard the people you can't. Dejounte Murray actually plays defense. Again, he can guard the people Trey Young can't.
Yeah,
Dejounte Murray, they both good at attacking the basket. Dejounte Murray's not the best shooter. Trey Young is. Like you figure they complement each other
yeah.
perfectly. But Trey Young's leadership, his leadership style of play is, and that's why the Hawks are now looking
The trade. Yeah,
yeah, to get rid of Dejounte Murray.
yeah.
I mean, I want out of there too, man. Get me away from this little fucking dude.
Hey,
But
for real. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. No, that's a good take right
but
there.
so yeah, I feel you on that. Even though yeah, I'm a Luca fan, though, man. Luca, I would he won me a bet. He is better
Mm,
than Trey Young. That's all I needed him to be. Uh,
I hear you, dog.
yeah, he won me that bet. Who shout out to my boy John Morant also, who won me a bet. Had a bet
Yeah.
on him and Zion, better player. So right now,
Oh,
right now, John's ahead. I need him to get back healthy and get out there on the court and keep putting in work.
hey, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
I got no issues with saying Ja's better than Zion.
yeah. Right
I
now,
mean,
right now.
right now because we haven't
Yeah,
seen a lot of Zion. He's managed
exactly,
to stay healthy this year so far. Um,
exactly.
yeah, so far we got to say that that boy he's a vignette away from being overweight again. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, right now he actually looks pretty like he's been taking his new uh, regimen seriously.
Yes,
If
yes.
you have that, he looks much better right now. I'm hoping the young man can get it together and stay healthy because it's bad enough when you see guys who can't live up to their potential like due to injury. Like that's bad
Mm.
enough. Like man, what if Penny didn't get hurt? What if Derrick Rose didn't get hurt? What if Grant Hill didn't get hurt? You
Brandon
know, like
Roy.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
It's bad enough when that happens, or it's bad enough when you see a complete and I hate to say waste, but there's really no other word. Waste. I'm gonna take it back to a guy like Richard Dumas. People remember him with the Phoenix Suns in the Charles Barkley years. That dude was putting up 20 on a team with Kevin Johnson, Dan Marley, and Charles Barkley. He was putting up 20. Couldn't stay off drugs.
Mm.
Josh Gordon, NFL. Couldn't
Yes.
stop smoking weed. Like it's bad enough when you see those, but wait, bro, you're
Yeah.
an athlete.
Something you can
You're
control.
you're literally paid to stay in shape.
I feel you.
Like
I feel you,
that should
dog.
be the least. That should be the last thing. Where Eddie Lacy
Oh
coming
my
in,
God.
Fournette. Like this thing should be the least of my concerns with a professional athlete. So I would hate for him not to live up to his potential because of something like that.
I feel you. I feel you.
But um, and another our last major topic, and you want to say unrealized potential uh, off the court, as on the court and off the court. Um, Today, January 26th, and I had to say 4 years ago today, 4 years ago on this date,
Mm.
um, we lost one of the most impactful athletes of our time, uh, and a child with so much life in front of her, and it was like uh, it's one of those things where I used to hear when I was younger. Man, I remember where I was on this day. I remember what I was doing. I hear people say something about that about certain events. You never quite got it when I was younger. This made me understand what that meant.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gigi, uh, and several other several other human beings lost their lives in a horrible helicopter accident. Um, and just like I just said, like I remember what it was this Sunday. I'd literally been awake for like maybe 20 minutes at the time. Uh, Nicotine was my energizer of choice. Woke up, got me a cup of sweet tea, went out on my back porch to get my energy on with my cigarette, my morning cigarette. And I'm on the back porch and I look across and I see my next door neighbor. He's outside on the phone and he looks over, he sees me, he said, "Man, it's messed up, ain't it?" I'm like, "What? What?" It's like Kobe. I'm like, he ain't playing. Like, what he do? Like he came back and dropped 100 or something on somebody? Nah, man, Kobe died. And I was like, what? It's like, yeah, Kobe died. And I put my cigarette down, came back in the house, grabbed my phone, told my wife like turn on any news channel, like just put a news channel on. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at my phone and start hearing rumors at the time. It's like accident. We think Kobe may have been killed, and it's you find out it was true, and it's just like
Wow.
exactly because Kobe and I are like same age almost, and I consider myself old. My kids consider me old, bro. That's really young, man. You think
Yeah.
about it,
Yeah.
really young, and then you find out uh, the absolute worst. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Not only were there other people involved in the accident, you find out his daughter was
Yeah.
involved in the accident and how he felt after retiring about being a dad, being a girl dad specifically, and the relationship between he and Gigi was being uncovered. She considered herself the next. You hear the stories of how people would approach Kobe on the street and be like, "Man, it'd be like the dope if you could have like a boy," and she would take offense to that. Like, nah, you don't need no boy. I
I
got
got.
this.
Mm-hmm. Love the story of hearing about GG, man. I love him.
Right. But man, take me through your day, like your range of emotions, your thoughts on the situation.
Man, I ain't even gonna lie with you, Bobby, man. Me being a Lakers fan
Mm.
all my life, and having the chance to see that man's career from beginning to end. Um, I was literally enamored with Kobe Bryant. Um, you know, they say we should never care about celebrities' lives because they don't know
Right.
us.
Right.
When he passed away, I felt like I lost a friend, and I really sincerely mean that. Um, there's actually parts of me that I don't think I've actually, compartmentalized that is actually he's gone.
Mm.
Like seriously, there's parts of me where I'm still like, damn. I see
Right.
clips every time. I like my mom, my family, my friends that know me. They knew I absolutely loved Kobe and loved the Lakers, and especially in particular Kobe. Like I got a Mamba shirt right now that I can get. It is literally him with the Mambas like wrapped around his face and his logo in the
Yeah.
middle. Like
Right.
literally, it's when you remember certain like for our age. I remember
Mm-hmm.
feeling a certain type of way when Pac and Big died. I
Right.
I felt a certain way when Kobe died, man. I 4 years later, and I'm just like, I still don't feel right. I still
Right.
don't feel like it's real. I still don't feel like why him?
Yeah.
Because he was not only an ambassador for basketball, like and me becoming a father and me having girls and just watching him being so in love with his daughters.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit hurt. It still hurt,
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna cap, dog. That shit still hurts, man. And I
Yeah.
and I think about the reality of life and why does God take away the people who want to do so many great things in this world? Why does he take them away from us, man?
Right.
And it puts everything into perspective. And people can't even see behind these glasses right now. I'm tearing up, my brother, because that
Yeah.
shit hurt.
Absolutely, man.
That shit hurt, dog. And I don't know how to explain why I'm feeling this way, but that's when you see somebody and you admire them and they give you an example to be better, to be great, to
Absolutely.
do something positive. My brother, I can't even lie, bro. That shit still hurts, dog.
Hundred
And this
percent, man.
this is real shit, dog. Like Kobe was one of those dudes that I looked up to, man. Um, I admired him in so many different ways. Um, and it was just, yeah. 4 years later, still feels surreal. I shouldn't even be feeling this way about it, dude. That didn't know me, bro, and I can't
But
help
but but like
because
that's the truly great thing. And like I got my headphones on, but hats off to you, brother, for opening up and sharing like that. That's why I wanted to create this platform. Like it's all about that in the name Audible, man. Be heard, make yourself heard.
yeah,
And tell you my opinions on why it is like that, because sports is the great unifier. Like no matter what we have going on in our lives, like you can walk up to somebody, you can see somebody with the meanest face. Meanest, like you standing in line, you waiting in this line, you at the DMV for 8 hours in line, everybody pissed off, frustrated dude in front of you. He got the Yankee fitted on. So you're a Yankees fan? And that mug just melts.
yeah,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Aaron Judge and it, man, it's the great unifier. It brings us together, and I think that's why Kobe's death hurts people so much. Because really, if you think about it, for our generation, guys like me and you,
yeah,
Kobe Bryant is the first athlete that fathers and sons could share.
yeah. My dad
If you
texted me.
had a if you had a kid
Yeah,
2000 in the year 2000, your kid's 24, 23 years old right now. You and your son got to appreciate Kobe Bryant's entire career
yeah, entire
together.
career. Yeah, man.
Ups, downs, all of it.
I literally had people checking on me. They was like, "Did you hear?" I was like, "What y'all
Yeah.
talking about?" I'm talking about literally like
Yeah.
friends that I went to college that I grew up with. My
Mm-hmm.
dad texted me, and I love my dad to death, but you know, I because I know me and I know him. We can go
Right.
without texting each other, but we still love each other. He texted me. He was like, "Yo, you hear about Kobe?" I'm like, "What?" Like,
Right.
come on, this ain't real. I was like you. I'm scrambling. Like, what news channel got
Yeah.
this? Come on. And,
Yeah.
and a matter of fact, if I like you said, it was a Sunday. If I remember correct,
Mm-hmm.
the Pro Bowl was going on, and they
Yeah.
were down in Orlando, and
Mm-hmm.
then they flash it across the screen, and then you just hear
Yep.
you no,
Yeah. And
and
you see
and
the video of something else is going. I can't remember what tournament, but you see the video of Tiger Woods finding out. Remember, his
yeah,
caddy told him mid tournament. I don't know if you've ever seen the video. You can YouTube it though. Yeah, you see he's transitioning from one hole to the next. Pause. And his caddy catches him, and he's like, "Did you hear about Kobe?" He's like, What's the thing?" He's like, "Yeah, Kobe. You can't hear him, but you know what he said. He's Kobe
oh
died."
yeah,
And Tiger's just like, "What's that?"
yeah,
And like, he's like, "Yeah, brother," and because they were really close,
hmm
and it's just one of those. I'm just like two moments in my life I would never forget that didn't directly involve a family member.
hmm
The Bronco chase,
that
and
white Bronco.
and the yeah, and the day Kobe passed away,
Yeah.
and it's because just like you, my homie, he was huge. His two favorite players, Brandon Roy, Kobe Bryant.
hmm
Huge Kobe Bryant. Couldn't say he was a Lakers fan only because of Kobe Bryant. Till the day I finally nailed him down and said, "No, you a Lakers fan. Period. The spirit they was terrible back then. No, you gonna take these L's. You a Lakers fan. Period. Whether he playing or not."
Yeah.
But yeah, same thing. I was the people calling you. I'm calling him because he didn't know. I was the first person to tell him. He didn't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, man,
It was,
the impact Kobe left, and I think the fact that what the things he was doing in his second stage,
that's what killed me
I
the
think
most.
right made it more
hmm
because like a Michael Jordan didn't let people in like this.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm slanging shoes. Fuck y'all. Give me 100. Give me a yeah. Give me
Yeah.
your 150. Give me your 200. Now
Yeah.
250 for now. I don't even know how much J's cost now. I never bought things.
Me neither,
That's a
dog.
lie. I got like two pair.
No,
Just to
uh,
flex on them. Just
mm.
to flex on them. But Kobe being so open with the muse, the open letter to basketball, the things he was doing post career, sharing more about him and his family, making public appearances, just being more showing that personable side. I think that brought
Mm.
everybody a little bit that much closer to Kobe, to the point
Yes.
why I people don't understand like how people like Kobe more because he showed you a human side before he got up out of here, and I think that's what, like I said, that's what hurt people the most. It was like you were just getting to know him more, what you thought you knew,
Yeah.
and then he was giving you more on top of that.
And he had so much stuff lined up that he was about to roll out
Yes,
that it was about to be
yes,
impactful for especially women's basketball. I love the fact that like I love WNBA when it first began and I kind of tailed
mm-hmm.
off. The fact that I was seeing how Kobe was so in love with the women's game and how he was molding GG to be a little him.
Yes.
you
Hey.
know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, let me get back into the women's game because
Mm-hmm.
8 years down the line, here comes Gigi. She
Yeah, she's
she gonna
coming.
she gonna turn this thing upside down, and like literally, man, it's he has so much great things, positive things lined up, um, you know, uh, and I'll never forget this. This is the reason why I hate Gail King, and I don't use that word. I do not use that word on a regular basis. He had the nerve to open up her mouth and bring up the situation he
Right,
had in Colorado, and I'm like,
right.
You raggedy, dirty, and scoundrel, possum face mother. Like, read the room. And so,
Right.
like, um,
I was out there at that time. I was in Wyoming at that time. We all hit a road trip and went down there to check see what was happening.
yeah, yeah, Gail King, I never forgive you for that moment that you chose the wrong time to do that one.
Yeah,
So,
she did.
and I remember Snoop went off on it. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Snoop is yeah, he's
Yeah.
a national treasure, protected at all times. Wants to be protected at all times. Yeah, man. Um, that day, I'll never forget 9/11. Um,
No, absolutely.
of certain days that it necessarily didn't affect me, or I didn't have family members involved in the situations, but those 2 days,
Right.
those stick out to me for the rest of my life, man, because I know exactly where I was. I was in Raleigh, North Carolina, with the fam. um, and yeah, that one hit me like a ton of bricks. It like I said, man, it felt like I lost a family member. That's how bad
Yeah.
that's how impacted it was. So I love seeing on the social media stories that he has dropped clips, and they'll come up and pop up, and I save every last one of them just because it's like, yeah, man, I
Right.
love it. It's one of those things. Matter of fact, when the Lakers was winning the damn in season tournament, and they was talking about what kind of banners we was putting up, and then magically appears a Kobe
Yeah.
clip. Nah, man, it's championships or bust. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, Kobe, tell them, don't you put that damn banner up. And they did it, in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why they've been cursed ever since this year, and they look like trash. Kobe told you don't put that trash up. He told you. I ain't listen. So now you're getting haunted. Yeah, man. Yeah, RP Mamba, RP GiGi, RP to the rest of uh
Yeah. The
family members
passengers.
and lost ones in that unfaithful, uh unfortunate situation, man. But like I said, man, puts everything in perspective.
Yeah.
Um it makes you cherish things a little bit more, for sure.
Mm. And definitely, I mean, my daughter, hell, my daughter will be 16 in April,
Mm,
and it's like just watching her develop and grow and become her own person, and wondering, obviously you hope you've done the best you can in helping to become productive human beings,
hmm
but just wondering, like, man, like if I could see into the future and see, like, see what happens, because like it really it could be taken away just like that.
In a heartbeat,
Yeah.
in an instant. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you think about, like, a generation we come from, like, bro, it was a miracle for us to make it to 21.
That was the first hurdle.
Right. And like to come for that, and then you kind of get by that era, and you're like, okay, that's over. We made it past that, and but there's still the dangers out there. Still, the unknown is still out there. So, don't take any day for granted. Don't take any opportunity, anything for granted. It makes you rethink relationships, beefs, like all of that.
All
It,
that.
all that. It just like just makes you think about it different, and
hmm
goes well into to where I want to close. And it is something. And again, I will salute you and thank you for sharing, because it's something as men, and especially black men, we don't do enough. We don't open up and let stuff out and vent and talk to each other and ask how we doing, and ask how we doing and get an acceptable answer.
Yeah.
Listen to what I'm saying. We don't get an acceptable answer. We hit each
hmm
other up. What's up, Mar? How you doing, boy? Oh, I'm straight. And we let it ride. I'm
hmm
good, bro. How you? and we let it ride. We don't go the extra mile to find. Now, you know what? How's the family, man? How are you?
Yeah.
How the how the kid? You know how we don't go in depth.
Yeah.
Anything I can do to make your day better.
Mm-hmm.
We don't take those extra steps, and it's like we don't think about them until now,
Yeah.
until it's too late.
Too late. Yeah. Yeah. And to just elaborate on that, brother, man, it's maybe I'm not putting blame on nobody, but
Yeah,
hey, man, we was raised to never let them see you sweat, never
right.
man up, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Uh, and here's one thing I can appreciate about this generation after us. Um, they're not shy on seeking help for the mental things,
True.
as in because especially our generation, and we suppress a lot of trauma that we've seen. We suppress a lot of trauma that has happened to us. We suppress a lot of things. We suppress our emotions every day, and that was just, you know, that's just what I seen. I've seen my dad cry. Maybe I can literally. I'm 36 years old. I can literally count on one hand. I've seen my dad shed tears.
Right.
Literally, on one hand, I can say I've seen my dad shed tears because he's the byproduct of another generation
Mm-hmm.
that was dealt with trauma and man up,
Right.
deal with it, keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
Still got to go. You still got to get up and work and put food on the table, put a roof over their head. You still got to get up. These
Got to
bills
be
keep
man of the house.
man of the house. You gotta still man up, and and you get so caught up in that hamster on a wheel syndrome of the daily grind, and it's that you don't. When do you take the time out to deal with that stuff that you put on the back burner mentally and actually deal with it? You know,
Absolutely.
take care of it because if there's one thing that I've learned the older that I've gotten is to make sure that I take care of my mental health and I take care of my actual physical health.
Mm-hmm.
Because if my mind ain't right, my body ain't right, I am no
Right.
good. I am no good to my friends. I'm no good to my
Exactly.
family. I am no good to nobody.
Exactly.
So I that's probably been one of the things that, and hell, it's a struggle still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, you can attest to it, my brother. It's something that we have literally been
Yes.
conditioned to just man up, and
Yep.
it's a struggle still. I still deal with it. There's times I don't talk about it, but there's times I go through the depression stage, and I'd
Yeah.
rather isolate myself. And my wife goes, "You okay? All right."
Yeah.
She can see that something's wrong,
Oh, definitely.
but
They
it's
know.
still yeah, they know.
They
But
know.
there's still parts of me that says, "Hey, man, man up,
Yeah.
keep it moving, keep it going." So,
Absolutely.
yeah,
100%
man,
agree. 100% feel where
it's a
you
struggle.
coming from.
Yeah, man, it's still a struggle, but I encourage all the men, all the women, uh, uh, man, if there's something that you feel like that mentally is off, address it, because you want to be there for the people that love you. You want to be there for the people that care about you, and you do a huge disservice to not only yourself but the people that care about you if you are not there mentally and physically. You just do. And like I said, it's a struggle, but I just think that once we make a conscious effort, all of us, to just deal with certain traumas and make sure your mental is intact. You need a break
Mm-hmm.
from life. Hey, man, sometimes you need a break from life. Baby,
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? It's
You
hard
ain't
out here
lying.
in these streets, dog.
Yeah.
Shit.
And just piggyback on you. Like my father died before I was born. 6 months
Mm,
before I was born. So I grew up in a house with my mother, her two sisters, and my grandmother.
mm,
I was literally born the man of the house.
yeah, Talking about pressure and weight already on your shoulders.
Right.
Didn't even know it.
Yeah. Didn't even know it. Chores started 3 years old. Take the trash out.
Dragging that shit.
But I mean, it goes to say like it used to be a saying: it takes a village to raise a child.
Mm,
But where does the village go when that child grows up?
sure enough.
Now we on our own,
Mm,
and it's like we most times we're so busy being the rock for other people. Like I say, when where do we go when we need to vent?
yeah.
What rock do we have to lean on? Like, and it just like I say 100% agree with you because in 2007, 2007, I get out of the Air Force uh, in July. Never forget it. Last week of July, get out of the Air Force, get back to Cleveland, Ohio. Great to be home. Had a lot on my plate. Me and my mother had been estranged for many years.
Mm-hmm.
The last month and a half, when I know I'm getting out of the Air Force, oh, I know, when I get back home, I'm giving my mom the bit. I'm all the frustrations and angers of life. When I get home, oh, you about to catch
Mm-hmm.
it. I get home. Uh, I'm a couple of us home for a couple of days. Pull up to grandmother's crib. My mother finds out I'm back in town. She comes by. I see her, and my grandmother has this drive. It's not long, but it's about 45 feet long. I'm at the top. As my mom's walking up. As she's walking, like every step she takes closer, that anger just kind of melts away
Mm,
to the point where she gets to me, and I'm like, you know what, man? I have this saying when people say things about certain athletes, I'll tell them, hey, you got to get that hate out your heart.
mm.
I may have said it to you one time
I think yeah, no.
on the Thursday night, but at that point, like I took my own advice. Like I just let that hate out my heart. You know what? All of those frustrations and angers kind of helped mold me into the person that I was at that time. And
Mhm.
at that time, I was the best version of me, and I was not about to let that harbor over my potential future at that time. I
Mhm.
let it go, let it go, let it go. Embraced my mom, gave her a hug. All is forgiven. I didn't verbalize this to her,
Yeah.
but internally, I let it go. She had no idea. It's almost like the person, the bank's being robbed, and you're the last person to go in. Like you open the door, you have no idea what's going on inside that bank. But when you get in, you wish, you wish you wish you went to the grocery store instead.
Like, damn, I picked the wrong time to go to the bank, dog. Holy shit.
But she never knew. And then a week later, she was dead,
Mm,
and like that situation popped up. Can't
yeah.
remember. I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest. I got a little sister. She's 16. I got my two aunts, my mom's two sisters, and my grandmother,
Hmm.
who's the support system. It's me for
Yeah.
everybody. But when I got everybody settled and everybody calmed down, who do I lean on?
Yeah.
That shit builds up, it eats at you, and yeah, it builds into that. You can go into those moments of depression. So I say, yeah, I feel exactly where you can. Like that's it, man. We so busy holding up other people, like we have to hold each other accountable to hold each other up.
Hmm.
It shouldn't be nothing for me to Mar. I'm going through it, man. I need some. Bro. I gotta talk to somebody.
Yeah.
It
Holler
shouldn't
at
be
me, dog.
nothing right. There should be nothing wrong with that. It's not a sign of weakness.
No.
You're not a pardon my French. You ain't a pussy.
Yep. You ain't no
You ain't
bitch.
a bitch. Like
Yeah.
you are human.
Hmm.
Humans go through it,
I
and when
think
we
you're a
go
real
through
woman.
it,
I think you're a
yeah,
real woman. Who ask for help. I think you're a
hey,
real woman when you reach out to somebody, man, hey man, I mentally ain't there right now. Because I'd rather have somebody reach out to me and say, man, I'm in a bad place right now mentally, man. Well, come rap to me, because I'd rather have you come rap to me
Exactly.
than have me going to your funeral.
Exactly.
So, hey man, I hear you, my dog.
Yep. And all of that, and I wanted to close with that because to the people I want to open with it from now on, not the whole spiel. Obviously, this is the first episode, so we just letting y'all
Yeah,
inside the window.
yeah.
But we're gonna close, and I'm gonna close. I don't like I said. We talked a little bit before the show. I don't know if you got anything, but I'll leave it with my idea. Every week, a recommendation for everybody out there, some kind of mental health exercise or something to do, something, just something to soothe your soul, ease your mind. This week, I'm gonna leave everybody with this. Grab your phone, open your contacts, pick a non-family member. Non-family member. Family's too easy. It's easy to connect fam. Pick a non-family member you haven't spoken to in like at least 2 months, 2 or more
Hmm.
months, and call that person. Listen to me. Call that person. Don't text them. Don't hit them on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever. I ticked. Don't call that person. Let that person hear your voice. You hear that person's voice, because it hits different. It
Hmm.
hits different. And just connect, even if it's only for a couple minutes. Hey, yo, bro, I just want to check on you, see how you was doing. I ain't heard from you in a minute. I know you ain't heard from me in a minute, man. What's good? And the part two of this challenge: don't accept the usual answer. Go deeper.
Mm.
When they hit you with the, oh, I'm straight, bro. You know what it did. Nah, man. How you really doing?
Yeah,
So
I
that's my
like that.
challenge to everybody out there, man.
I like that. I like that. Hey man, I challenge everybody, have one less enemy by the time we come back
Hey,
next Friday. Have one less enemy by the time we come back next Friday.
I choose Cam
Um,
Newton. Cam Newton, I forgive you.
hey man, hey, I can't even cap. Hey, the play Cam Newton, man, I used to can't stand his ass. I like this Cam Newton now, man. I can rock with
Yeah,
this Cam Newton now, man. So hey, I feel you on that. But nah, man, hey, it's enough hate out in this world, people. It's
yeah,
enough hate out in this world, man. Come back next Friday with one less enemy. So
yeah.
that's
That's
what I
what
tell
I
y'all.
definitely feel that. Side of that, before we get out of here, man, anything you want to let me know?
Hey man, I'm glad we did this, Bobby. Um, this is uh I don't even if anybody gets a chance to look at this premiere episode, I think this is something that we all need. Because it's not just sports based. This is
Yeah,
sports, culture, and life. Um, this is open forum
yeah.
to be real, authentic, um, hash some shit out. You know, I came close to having grabbing the mic tonight. I didn't. I didn't. I was like, let's ease into this son bitch. So, man, we here to enjoy each other's company and especially when you got to the mental health part, man, stuff like this helps my mental. This
Hey,
help me continue to be stronger mentally, so I can deal with some things and be there for my friends and family, and hopefully uh, whoever's watching and listening, it does the same for you. Because I think I can speak for Bobby, and excuse me for speaking for you, but I know for a
hey,
fact that this is what we want in this platform, is to,
yeah,
we want somebody to feel what we saying and relate to what we saying
yeah.
and be able to apply it. So, man, I love it, and I can't wait for many more episodes. So yeah, man, that's
Absolutely.
all I got to say. Y'all know where to find us: Audible Sports Podcast on Twitter, Um, and yeah, we gonna keep this train rolling, baby.
Absolutely. So you said it better. I'm gonna leave it right there. Uh, so for Wildcard Mar, I'm Bobby G. Uh, Obviously, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe so you know the next time we're on, which will be every single Friday at 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 4 Pacific. And hey, let me know if debating on put that thing up on Spotify. May get that going.
Mm.
Holla at your point in the comments. We'll decide. Undecided yet. We'll see what's going on with that. But until next time, I'm Bobby G. Baby, oh my God, I failed all the shit. So, no, before we get out, funny thing about that. That used to be a sign of how I used to be able to tell if a chick liked me. Because
Yeah.
they would always mess up my name. They would call me Baby instead of Bobby. By accident.
No, I'm in there,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
baby.
But to get out of here before we keep this thing going, I'm Bobby G. It's Wild
Yeah.
Card Mar. This has been the Audible Sports Podcast. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you all next week. And you know, I'm gonna let that intro ride again. We're gonna let that
Let it
intro
ride,
ride on
dog.
the way out.
Let it ride.
Hey. Peace.